All right, so are you ready to dive into some serious cosmic energy?
I am.
Because we're taking a deep dive into your astrology forecast.
Oh, cool.
For the week of February 24th to March 2nd, 2025.
Okay.
And we're basing this deep dive on High Seas Insights over at tarotbykaisi.net.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
we're in for a wild ride.
Sounds good.
So,
Yeah.
High Sea describes this week as profound, delusional, and magical.
Yeah, and that's so fascinating because it really sets the stage for a week of contradictions and unexpected turns. Like,
Yeah.
what do you think of when you hear those words
Right.
to describe the week ahead?
Honestly, it makes me think
Okay.
I need to buckle up and get ready for anything.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like we could be dealing with some intense introspection and some potential for things to get a little, weird.
Yeah.
How about we start breaking it down day by day
Okay.
and see what we can glean from the stars?
Great idea. Let's start with Tuesday.
Okay.
Mercury is conjunct Saturn,
Okay.
which can bring some heavy, serious energy.
Oh,
This might be the day you find yourself deep in thought,
right.
maybe even pondering the meaning of life.
Okay.
It's not exactly light and breezy, but it's a great opportunity to tap into that focused,
Right.
grounded energy.
So if I've been putting off a big project or decision that requires a clear head
Yep.
and a realistic approach,
Uh-huh.
Tuesday might be the day to tackle it.
Exactly. Saturn loves structure and discipline, so use that energy to your advantage. It's like having a cosmic coach pushing you to get things done.
No more procrastinating.
Right.
I can always use a little cosmic push.
Uh-huh.
But then Thursday rolls around,
Yeah.
and Mercury decides to shake things up
Okay.
with sextile to Uranus.
And that's where the aha moments come in. Uranus is all about innovation,
Oh,
fig and breakthroughs, and those flashes of insight that seem to come out of nowhere.
okay.
If you've been feeling stuck in a rut,
Mm-hmm.
this transit could be just what you need to shake things loose.
I love those moments when the solution to a problem
Yeah.
just pops into your head.
Right.
It's like the universe is giving you a little wink and saying,
Uh-huh.
I got you. Each area of your life.
Okay.
You use a jolt of inspiration, right?
Yeah, think about it while we unpack this Thursday energy even further.
Okay.
Because it also brings us a new moon in Pisces.
Oh, okay.
New moons are always powerful times for new beginnings.
Right.
And this one in Pisces is going to be particularly dreamy
Okay.
and spiritual. It's like hitting the reset button on your emotional state.
Uh-huh.
And tuning into your intuition, think about setting intentions for the month ahead or spending some time connecting with your inner self.
It sounds lovely. It's also mentioned a potential for disorientation.
Right.
With this new moon, it's like walking through a fog
Mm-hmm.
where the material world feels a bit fuzzy.
Okay.
Any advice on how to stay grounded amidst all that dreamy Pisces energy?
Definitely. Spending time in nature,
Yeah,
even if it's just for a few minutes, can be incredibly grounding.
right.
Also, be mindful of your mental and emotional intake. This new moon also forms a square to Jupiter,
Uh-huh.
which can amplify that feeling of information overload.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to unplug and take breaks when you need them.
Solid advice. It's so easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of information and stimulation these days.
Yeah.
Speaking of big shifts,
Uh-huh.
I'm picking up on a little teaser
Okay.
about an eclipse coming up.
Yes. Hi, C mentions that this new moon kicks off the first eclipse season of 2025.
Oh, wow.
We have a total lunar eclipse in just 2 weeks.
Okay.
Which can often be a time of major endings and new beginnings.
Right.
This new moon is like the cosmic calm before the storm,
Interesting.
giving you a chance to prepare for the emotional roller coaster ahead.
Ooh, that sounds intense. I'm already feeling a mix of anticipation and apprehension.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
Eclipses can be powerful catalysts for change,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll delve into that more next time.
Okay.
So now, just be aware that the energy is building towards something significant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got deep thinking,
Right.
creative
Yeah.
breakthroughs,
Yeah.
spiritual exploration,
Uh-huh.
and an eclipse on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
All before we even hit the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling a bit overwhelmed,
Yeah.
but also excited about the potential for some serious self-discovery.
Right.
How about you?
It's definitely a lot to process, but remember, you don't have to navigate these energies alone, right?
Right.
Think of it like this. The cosmos is throwing a party,
Okay.
and we're all invited.
Right, huh?
Some of us might be more introverted and
Yeah.
prefer to observe from the sidelines,
Right.
while others might jump right into the dance floor.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong way to experience these transits.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding what works best for you.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off trying to do astrology perfectly.
Yeah.
But speaking of cosmic parties,
Uh-huh.
C mentioned something about Saturday
Yeah.
being a bit of a, well, let's just say it,
Okay.
a potential party foul.
Ah, yes. Saturday marks the beginning of Venus retrograde in Aries.
Ooh,
And that, my friend, is where things can get really interesting.
okay.
Venus retrograde often gets a bad rap,
Right.
but it's not necessarily something to fear. It's more like a cosmic invitation to slow down, reflect, and reassess, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, relationships, and even your finances.
Okay, so maybe not the best time to make any impulsive decisions about love or money.
Right.
But what does it actually mean for Venus to be retrograde?
Yeah.
Is it like literally moving backward in the sky?
Not quite. From our perspective here on Earth, it appears as though Venus is moving backward in its orbit, but it's just an optical illusion.
Okay.
The important thing is that this apparent backward motion creates a shift in energy.
Right.
It's like hitting the rewind button on those areas of life ruled by Venus. Love, values, and pleasure.
So instead of rushing into new relationships
Right.
or making big financial commitments,
Yeah.
this is a time to take a step back and reflect on what's truly important to us.
Exactly. Think about it like this. You wouldn't buy a car without taking it for a test drive, right?
Right.
Venus retrograde is like the test drive for your relationships and your values.
It's a chance
to see what's working, what needs to be adjusted,
Yeah.
and what you might want to let go of altogether.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
So rather than fearing Venus retrograde,
Uh-huh.
we can use it as an opportunity to do some inner work
Right.
and maybe even course correct if needed.
Precisely. And this Venus retrograde is in Aries,
Okay.
which adds another layer of complexity. Aries is known for being impulsive,
Right.
action-oriented,
Yeah.
and sometimes a little reckless.
Okay.
So it's extra important to be mindful of your actions and think before you speak or act,
Right.
especially when it comes to matters of the heart.
Got it. Patience is key.
Uh-huh.
And maybe avoid any major relationship showdowns
Yeah.
or extravagant spending sprees during this time.
That's probably wise advice. Remember, Venus retrograde isn't about punishing you.
Okay.
It's about helping you become more aware of your patterns and make choices that are aligned with your highest good.
I'm starting to feel a little more optimistic about Venus retrograde now. It's like a cosmic opportunity for a relationship mott, a chance to give our love lives and finances a good tune-up.
Exactly. Embrace the retrograde as a chance to get clear on what you truly want and deserve.
Okay.
It's like a cosmic reset button,
Right.
helping you align with your authentic desires. But remember, this week isn't over yet.
Right. C mentioned something about Sunday being a double whammy.
Oh, yes. He mentioned Mercury conjunct Neptune
Okay.
and Sun square Jupiter happening on the same day.
Right.
What kind of energy can we expect from that dynamic duo?
Well, let's start with Mercury conjunct Neptune. Okay.
This transit can be very dreamy and imaginative. It's like the universe is whispering creative ideas and inspiring visions into your mind.
Right.
However, there's also a potential for delusion and confusion.
Okay.
It's easy to get swept away by fantasies or misinterpret information during this time.
So maybe not the best day to make any major decisions based solely on gut feelings or hunches.
Probably not.
Okay.
It's important to double-check everything carefully and be discerning about the information you're receiving.
Right.
Don't be afraid to ask for clarification or a second opinion. It's better to be safe than sorry during this transit.
Noted. And what about the Sun square Jupiter?
Okay.
That sounds like it could either amplify the dreamy Neptune energy
Yeah.
or create some friction.
You're right. It could go either way.
Okay.
Sun square Jupiter can bring a lot of energy and enthusiasm.
Right.
It's like turning the volume up on everything, which could be fun if you're feeling adventurous.
Yeah.
However, there's also a potential for overdoing it,
Okay.
clashing with strong opinions,
Right.
or getting caught up in drama.
So this might be the day to practice patience, set healthy boundaries,
Yeah.
and maybe just stay off social media if you're feeling sensitive.
That's probably wise advice. Sun square Jupiter can amplify our tendency to be overconfident or self-righteous.
Right.
So it's important to stay grounded and be mindful of how our actions might impact others.
Okay. I'm sensing a theme for this entire week.
Yeah.
Proceed with caution, but also embrace the potential for growth and transformation. It's like we're on a cosmic tightrope walk,
Right.
navigating the balance between staying grounded and reaching for the stars.
You've got it. This week is a mix of challenges and opportunities.
Right.
The key is to be aware of the astrological energies at play and use them to your advantage.
So it sounds like this week is all about finding that sweet spot between trusting our intuition
Right.
and staying grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, we've got this cosmic map.
Uh-huh.
But we still have to choose how we navigate the terrain.
Exactly. And remember, even though we're talking about these transits in a general sense,
right?
They're going to affect each of us differently depending on our individual birth charts.
That's a good point. It's like we're all given the same ingredients, but we each create our own unique recipe.
Yeah.
So how can our listeners tap into some personalized insights?
Well, Heisey offers personalized readings on his website, tarotbyheisey.net.
Okay.
Where you can get a deeper dive into how these transits might be affecting you specifically based on your birth chart. Or, if you'd like, we can explore some of these themes further in our next deep dive.
Okay.
And tailor it to your specific astrological placements.
Oh, yes. I'm already curious to see how this eclipse season unfolds.
Right.
And what kind of shifts it might bring.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we'd love to hear how you're experiencing these cosmic energies.
Absolutely. What are you noticing? Are you feeling the urge to get organized and tackle big projects with Mercury conjunct Saturn?
Yeah.
Are you having any sudden bursts of inspiration with Mercury sextile Uranus? We want to hear all about it.
Yeah, share your insights, your aha moments,
yes.
even your Venus retrograde woes with us.
Absolutely.
Navigating these cosmic currents is always more fun and enlightening when we do it together.
That's so true. After all, we're all in this cosmic dance together.
So until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and keep reaching for the stars. And maybe keep some extra patience and a sense of humor handy for that Mercury, Neptune, Sun, Jupiter combo on Sunday.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we might need it.
That's probably wise advice no matter what the stars have in store for us. Farewell, and may the stars guide your path.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the week's astrology.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with another cosmic forecast. Until then, may your week be filled with profound insights, magical moments, and just the right amount of delusion.